Okay, this is gonna be an improved tutorial because I gave a lot of misinformation. My last tutorial was super incorrect. I'm a little sick, so, but yeah, I'm hoping to improve on a lot of things that I said in my last tutorial. I have some notes that I'll kind of have to guide myself through here, just so I don't, you know, make stupid mistakes and say a lot of incorrect things that I shouldn't have said. First, we're gonna start with the tech, obviously. I mentioned this in my previous tutorial, but there's kind of four main movement techs, which is the lagless wind bullet. Pretty simple. You just press X and then you press square right after. Don't do it the other way around because it will slow you down. You want to do it this way. Try not to press them at the same time because that can lead to slowdowns. So as you can see, but if you press them at the same time, I'm slightly slowing down. And sometimes you just don't get the jump. But yeah, that's like the first big movement. Next would be upward slopes, which is like these slopes. As you can see, when I run up them, visibly go a lot slower. But if I just jump up them, I go a little bit faster. And this goes for like every upward slope in the game. So, like right here, it's faster to jump up this slope. And yeah. And another thing is damage boosting. Damage boosting is another pretty big part, and it's going to be used in a lot of places. So most enemies, when you do a damage boost, they will send you away from like, see, like I'm on the left side, so I'll go back to the left. And then I'm on the right side, I'll go back to the right. Pretty simple. There is an exception. Some enemies will like just completely negate that. And then 6-1, the electrified floors, they also just send you in a pretty random direction. But you don't have to worry about in that. But you won't have to worry about that in any percent skips. Okay, next I'm going to be discussing wall clips. Now, wall clips are a pretty integral part of this speedrun, and they are pretty much the single most broken thing that we do. There are some other stuff, but basically it requires you to do frame perfect left taps into a wall, and you have to have an enemy. And then if you do that, you can pretty much go through the wall, or you can take enemies in places you weren't supposed to, which allows for pretty big skips. Now, with wall clips, there are two types. This wall clip in 6-1. Most wall clips, you'll be able to kind of go through the wall a little bit to get an advantage, but wall clips like these, you'll have to stand a little bit away from the wall to clip in, and these ones can be pretty hard, pretty inconsistent. I'll show off the other wall clip here. The next type of wall clips are the, I would say, easy wall clips. So as you can see, Klonoa with an enemy kind of go into the wall a little bit, but then gets pushed out. If you hold up, you'll just be able to kind of get in this area, and as long as you do the frame perfect left taps, you should just be able to go through the wall. And then here you can just kind of, in this case, you can go out of bounds and jump over here. Ships a huge portion of the level. Okay, so now we're gonna get on to playing the actual game. For your file, if you're using an emulator like I am, there's a pretty easy way to actually set up your file to not save, so you actually save time. What you can do is I'll be showing this off on DuckStation. For DuckStation, as you can see, these are my settings. You can go to memory card, then you can go to this button that's just shared between all games. It should be different. I'm just having this because I'm using the All Visions file. But you can click non-persistent card or just no memory card. I personally do this, but you can do whatever you want. And with this, whenever you start a run, which I will show real quick, on this title screen, I can say cancel to save game data, and I can hit OK to this. Then when I just start the run, I will have no save prompts at all. This saves, like, I don't remember, but it saves a pretty good amount of time, so I would recommend doing it, because you're probably not going to be dying, or not going to need to be turning off the game and saving and stuff. So this is kind of just like a free time save. Okay, so now let's start with the actual run. Now, what you can do, and I'll actually pull up my live split for this, is my timer is set to minus 2 seconds, 2.3, and this actually allows, in my personal opinion, I think this is the easiest way to time the first input. So basically what I do is I hit retry. This could be different on different versions of the game, like Nam Collection. Nam Collection is going to be a lot different because you can't skip the first cutscene. But for other versions, if you're playing on real hardware, it's going to be different. So I'm going to hit start and then mash, hold right. And as you can see, it's pretty accurate. So I would recommend that for splits. But other than that, let's actually get started with the first level. So you just want to mash and you'll skip both of those cutscenes. Something with cutscenes that I would like to point out here is that you can skip multiple cutscenes by mashing the start button. So if I just, let's say, go the 1-1, right? And I try and just skip one, I will still have to go through this cutscene. So if I just mash during the other cutscene skip, it'll skip both of them at the same time. So, and this goes for like every cutscene in the game. So, yeah, this is the first level. Basically, starting out, you want to, your main goal, because this is, I'm trying to mainly focus on beginner strats, but your main goal is you want to just get a enemy, except for this one right here. You want to get an enemy all the way over here and down here, so you can jump up this area without having to wait for this one. That's kind of the main goal of this area, I would say. Especially if you're a beginner, it really doesn't matter. But for optimal movement, you want to jump up this slope, and then just kind of go over these two, and jump right there. Jump up this slope, and then when you get to this slope, you want to wait to the very end, just so you can like run out its speed as much as possible. But honestly, it doesn't matter. I usually just take this one, go to him, take this guy, and then yeah, it really doesn't matter if you're not trying to play optimal. That's all I'll say. But yeah, once you get here, you just hold right, and then about right here, this is when I do a double jump, because that helps get all the speed from the slope. And then you can grab this guy and then throw him, or you can just jump over him. I would say grab and throw. You can jump over him if it's easier for you. I personally find it easier to grab him, just so I don't take damage and stuff. Yeah, I'll show it off one more time. Grab, jump. This is the optimal route. Slow. That is something you can do when you do that jump strat. You will probably sometimes bonk here. So that is another, I would say, kind of bad part about doing that, but it is easier and you do not risk losing time to damage. You can also grab this guy over here, just in case you don't get one of the ones over there. So for this area, what you want to do is you want to jump and then do that. Now, for some reason, if you're like super low on the slope, like right here, you will get slowed down, like no matter what. That'll be a pretty big slowdown. So again, you jump around, wait for as long as possible so you don't lose a bunch of time. And then the next part is kind of hard. You need to do, I'll show it with this guy, but you need to do these like stair jumps pretty perfectly. If you're a beginner, again, don't worry about it. You will pretty much always do this if you aren't trying to go for perfect strats. If you are, then you want to kind of just jump up from here to here. But yeah, pretty simple so far, but then you'll want to keep the one you get from here, and if you do throw it, for some reason, you can just grab the one here. So go up this, and this slope right here, again, you want to run it down as much as possible. Then you want to go down here and throw it at this enemy. So, because that enemy will mess you up and you will take damage if you don't do that. Then if you keep just holding left here, you can actually go perfectly under these guys. And then about a little bit after here, you want to enter here. So now we get to this inside area, and I'll show this off. This T piece, most people do this cutscene skip by feel, but to make it a little bit more consistent, I would say look at this sideways T piece and count 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, and in the middle of this 4th one, you want to start mashing skip. This is the easiest way to skip that cutscene and kind of know where the trigger is. Then just exit through here. Then in this room, it's kind of the same thing where you want to get one of the 2 moves. So you can get this one, or you can get this one. Now, it doesn't really matter, but if you are trying to play optimal, I would say grab this one and then skip this one, but honestly it doesn't matter. We'll need to keep this for later. So right here, you'll use it to throw it at this enemy. I would say do not worry about quickly getting the enemy. So like, don't worry about trying to be optimal and do like that, or else you will lose damage and take damage and lose the enemy. But I recommend just taking your time like that, as it's a lot easier. And then you grab this guy. You can do the lagless wind bullet, but it's kind of hard to do. So, and I have trouble kind of getting it. But once you grab this guy, we're gonna do what is called a plane jump. A plane jump is basically where you skip from one plane to another plane. So like right here, I can skip to this plane and get up here early. There's going to be a ton of them throughout the run. It won't be the only one, so don't worry about that. So again, just go through here, grab this guy, then do the plane jump about right here. You can't really see it well, but this, in the middle of this kind of sectioned off square, in the middle of here, that's when I start doing my double jump. And then once you get up here, grab, and then here, then grab and throw that guy. And then that is 1-1. Pretty simple level. Just, it's very movement based, so practice getting the movement down. But next is 1-2. This level can be a little bit difficult. It's kind of hard, but I would say this one's a pretty easy level. So first, we have to get over this pit, and we want to keep this guy. This jump can be a little bit hard, but the easiest way to do it is once you're close to this guy, you want to do the lagless wind bullet and then jump again. That is the easiest way to do that. And pretty much guarantees you'll always get over. And once you get here, you want to jump up there, you know, because upward slopes. Then jump over that guy. And then you want to jump into these leaves. You don't want to fall and then jump. It is a little slower. You want to jump into them from here and jump again. Next we have this guy right here. So if you make the fast cycle, you'll be about here. And when you face him, there are two options. One of them's a lot easier than the other. The first one is to jump over him like that. It saves time, but it's really hard. Then the other thing you can do is just jump early, and as long as you don't hit the shield, you will pretty much always go to the right. So this is one of the easier damage boosts to the right. So I'd just recommend this spot right here, actually. I'll show it off. This glowing spot, I would say, is the time to jump. So jump, you'll pretty much always get that damage boost. And then for the other one, where that spot is, I'll show this off again. But where this spot is, you want to jump there. And that makes it a little bit more consistent. But I recommend doing the damage boost version, which is this spot. Then next, this area, you want, keep this guy. And then jump at the end of that slope, and then jump again to get up the upward slope. And then hold right until you can't see it on the, I'll see if I can, I'll just wait for these guys to clear out so I can show it. But this kind of plane right here, so line right here, then line right here. In the middle of this area, you want to throw, and then while still moving, jump, grab, and throw again. You'll see it all in action here. That can be, it looks tricky, but it's not too bad. So again, I'll show this in slow-mo. So again, you get the jump, and then right here, then jump and throw, enter. It isn't too bad, just practice that, and you'll get it pretty quickly, and enter the next room. Now when you get into this next room, you want to immediately be holding right, and fall into this. This section is just an auto-scroller. There's really nothing you can do here. So you just gotta wait it out. You can collect the gems, or the dream stones. I always call them gems. Well, about here, you just want to hold left to get off as soon as possible, then enter into the next room. Now, this wind, like turbine, this wind flower will turn on at a random time. So when you get all the way up, it's random. So it's actually slower to wait for it to go all the way up. And it's better to just go in and go through that. So do not wait here for any reason. Just keep going. It's a lot faster. So pretty pointless to wait. Another useful trick for these is to not wait for it to go all the way up. But if you press the jump button while in one, you kind of jump from the air, which can help get up faster. So get up, and then there are two moves here, and there are two there's another enemy you can grab. So you can grab one of them, you can skip one of them, but if you do get one, you will need to jump over both of these guys. And then compared to if you skip both of them, like I do there, this, I think, in my opinion, is a little easier. You just grab one and move on. And even if, the best part about doing this way is, actually, if you do time your lagless wind bullet a little bit incorrect, you can actually sometimes grab the second one. It's a little difficult, but I think doing that is a lot safer. You just want to jump over this guy and enter into the next room. This next room is pretty difficult, so basically what you do is just run to the right and then do these leaves, and then you want to do, so for this you want to jump over the spike first, lagless grab, and then you can either throw here or after you jump again. So I'll show again. Jump, lagless grab, jump, throw again, or jump, jump, throw, then you just keep going. Now when these two collide, pretty much, when that one goes over, so when these kind of are next to each other, like, I'll show it off, but like here, that's like when you want to jump. Then you want to grab and throw there. And then there's a couple ways you can take this jump. So there's a couple ways you can do this. The easiest way is to just run right, grab this guy, and throw it. Easy peasy, very beginner. Now you can also do the late jump, which is jumping as soon as Klonoa's shadow's gone. So see when Klonoa's shadow disappears. So once you jump here and you have 1, 2, 3, you have about a 3 frame window for the jump. So, and you have to do it with the speed, so you can't like retry it unless you go like all the way back up there. But just jump and then jump over the yellow one and then throw. And that is the, I think, the expert way. But then the intermediate way, another way you can do it, is just to run off, jump over this guy, grab this move, and then throw. The reason you can't actually immediately just jump and throw is because, well, you can, but if you do it wrong, you will hit that guy. So you will need to delay it a little bit or just go really fast. Which at that point, if you're trying to go really fast, I would say just try and learn to do that jump. And let's say you fail the jump, right? You go a little early. Then you would have to do the beginner way, which is going up, grabbing, throwing. Okay, there's a couple ways to do that jump. But whatever way you do it, just do it and do it quick so you don't hit the other one. And then you can't skip this cutscene. There are more skippable cutscenes, but for some reason that one's unskippable. But after that, you want to jump up this because it's faster. Then we have this kind of upward spiral area. So once you get here, there's this guy. Now what you can do is when he starts moving, you can jump, and you can jump in between both of them. But another way you can do it is you can just do the neutral grab and jump, which is a little slower, or you can do that, which is really difficult, and I don't recommend it because it's hard to get it, and you want to keep as much health as possible for the next boss fight. So, but if you do jump over them like this, you'll need to grab this guy. And if you do manage to get one, you want to jump over both of them. And with whichever one you get, you want to just keep going this way. And around here, when you're next to this enemy, you want to throw, and then jump, grab, and throw again. I'll shut off one more time. Whatever you do. You can also throw and grab again. Then around here, do that. If you took a lot of damage in this area, what you can do, and it's a little slow, is with whichever one you took up here, you can grab these hearts, and then you should go under that one. I'll show it again, but again, go up, grab the hearts, and then go under this guy, jump, grab, and throw. And next is the boss fight. Now the boss fight can be done, it's pretty much done one way, but I will show pretty much the easiest way to do it. So basically we're just going to damage boost. Basically we want to damage boost through him in order to hit him quicker. So around this kind of plane right here, you gotta wait to grab this enemy. Then once you get it, go right a little bit just to ensure you'll get the hit. So like right here, and then throw. I'll show it again because I was a little bit too late. Right here, grab, and throw right there. And then this enemy right here is, you can manipulate it, but if you do the boss the exact same way, it'll always go this way, and you can grab it early. So, shut off. If I do it a different way, let's see, he will just keep going to the right, and you'll have to do a much more difficult damage boost that'll probably cost you 2 health points. For this fight, there's a couple ways to damage boost. The normal way is to just, and what most people do, is just walk through him. And it's pretty easy, but it can be a little tough sometimes. So there are other ways. You can use the hover basically to cancel the damage animation. So let's say around here, I'm gonna jump, hold hover, and then once I start hovering, let go. That is another easy way to do it. So I'm gonna show it off one more time. So jump and then you get through. So jump, let go, and then do that. So there's one more way to damage boost, which is the way I personally like to do it, which is jumping and then using the wind bullet to cancel. Now, the wind bullet is considerably harder to time, so I would only recommend that if you're trying to save time somewhere and replace it with the and replace using the wind bullet instead of using the hover. But whichever way you do this fight, it's gonna go like this. You grab this one, throw it, and then depending on what you did, this guy is gonna go 3 ways. To the left, so you can grab early. To the right, so you have to go through and grab, or stay kinda where he is, where you'll have to go through, grab, and then throw, which usually is not the best way because you'll probably take 2 damage points. So we'll see. So yeah, he's gonna go to the right, so I can do this. If he does go to the right, you can just barely hit him before he turns around. So when you do this grab, you can actually jump too. That makes it a little bit easier. But No, you want to wait in like the middle of this kind of triangle for this guy, and then once you grab him, you want to just hold left. It's then you'll just kind of perfectly damage boost through him. And then once you grab this guy, unless he goes to the right, then you'll have to do what you do earlier. If that does happen to you, you can take the one from earlier, but sometimes you can accidentally lose him if you do that. So I wouldn't recommend it. So then middle, grab, hit, and then okay, I can grab him, so I'll do that. Damage boost and hit. I recommend practicing this boss a lot. It's not too hard, but if you know how to damage boost, it's a pretty easy fight. But if you have trouble with the concept of damage boost and you have trouble doing it on this boss, I would recommend practicing it. As you see, that's the unlucky one. But what I would recommend for this beginning is to just grab and throw. And once you're on this flat plane, that's usually when you should throw. And then this kind of turn before like the turn actually happens, that's when I go through. But yeah, this boss can be pretty difficult to do. If you do want to, you can wait that out like I did, which is just waiting a little bit and then doing the throw. Also, that can happen, so make sure you don't do that. And then you'll pretty much, if you waited long enough, this guy's pretty much always going to go left early. But if you do it in the wrong amount of time, then that will happen. You'll get the unlucky sequence. Yeah, this boss is kind of hard, so see, it's probably the unlucky one. Yep. And if you do it super fast, pretty much not gonna go left, but right twice. Then if you just wait, like this is what you do if you want them to go the other way. Just wait, and then you have to jump and throw, by the way. If you're doing this, the bottom part will not work. But yeah, this boss is pretty finicky, pretty annoying, so I just recommend trying to go as fast as possible. Yeah, pretty simple. And we're gonna move on to 2-1, which pretty much all the levels from here on out, they kind of gradually just get harder. Even for speedrun tricks, gradually get harder, I'd say. But 2-1's not too bad. It's not a very hard level to do. So you just jump over this guy first, around this area, jump. So I'll show it off. So here, in fact, when he finishes his bounce, that's when I jump, and then go back, grab, and continue. And for here, you want to jump. There's no real visual cue I use for this, but you want to just jump around there so you don't hit the side of this platform and you go under it. If you do hit the side, you will take damage. But you just go through here, and this guy, you're just hoping he doesn't get rid of your enemy. So if you do get the enemy through, don't take damage, you can use it to jump up here and just keep going. But if he does kill it, then you want to jump, grab this guy, and then jump through that kind of upward section. And then just go through here, grab this guy, because it'll be used later on. And you want to jump up here, kind of when you're on this slope, then like around here, when you're about to departure, just jump and do these 3 jumps, and then jump over this guy. Sometimes that'll happen. If that does happen, then you'll just have to wait the leaves out. But let's say you do get one. So if you do get an enemy through, you can double jump there. And then if you don't, you'll just have to wait, like I showed earlier. Then this big red enemy, big red moo, when it moves, depends on how well you actually played. If you went through this section quickly, you will probably have to damage boost through him and go through. So as you can see, I made the cycle pretty quick, so I will have to do the damage boost. If you do make the quick cycle, if you jump as late as possible, you can sometimes actually get up onto that other platform, or just go kind of through that section. It's a little hard, but you can do that. But if you do go a little slow, you should just be able to go right through. And then after that, whichever way you do it, grab this guy and then turn to the next room. And all you're gonna do is just jump up here, jump up here, and then around this line right here, I turn around and then start mashing start. That's the quickest way to skip that cutscene and start it. Then just grab the key and go through the key door. And then for this enemy, you want to do right here a neutral grab, and then once you do the grab, hold up. What you'll do, you'll grab the enemy and then you'll immediately go in. Now here you want to jump twice, and then here you can do a damage boost strat, but I find doing it damageless is actually easier. So around in the middle of this platform, just do a jump, and then once you get to the very edge of this guy, you want to do another jump. So show it off again real quick. Jump, and then jump there, then jump at the edge, then jump twice to kind of go up the upward slope, then jump there to jump over that guy, jump again, then do another jump. That is the easiest way to do that room. I do not recommend doing the damage strat, just because it can be pretty tricky to pull off. But once you do that, you need to grab this one. It's kind of hard to grab it in the air, but just grab it. Then you want to try and do that where you can get on the leaf. I'll show it again. If you do want to, you can skip this upcoming door clip, which is basically what it is. And you can just throw this at this, get the key, and then watch the key cutscene. But it's slow. So what you want to do, if you are doing this, you will want to, around here, jump on the leaf, and then jump up here. Now we'll do the actual door clip. Now if you look at my inputs, you're basically holding right, jumping, and then switching to left quick. So like right, jump, switch. It's pretty finicky, but once you get it, it should look like this, where you're kind of partway through. Then you can just hold right and go through the door. This one can be a little tricky, but if you practice it, it's not too bad. As you can see, I got it like 3 times in a row, so just just practice this if you are doing it, and you should get it pretty consistently. But anyways, the next room is actually probably a little more difficult. You want to throw, you don't need it anymore, so you just throw it at the block, like so. Then jump over that guy, and then you want to jump onto this leaf. Also, try to avoid pausing and then pressing the X button. I've noticed when doing that, if you just don't have an enemy, you will flutter, which is really annoying. So, but there, jump, and then jump at the edge of that leaf, jump, and then grab that guy, jump up here, over here, jump over this guy, to grab this guy, jump, then jump through here, and then do another plane jump, grab this guy, jump up those slopes, go down, throw, and then go to the end. This room is another one of the hard rooms, but it gets a lot easier the more you play. For this first part, basically, I'll try and break it down. So for this first section, you will just jump over this guy, jump, and then wait until that guy turns around, jump, neutral grab, jump, double jump onto this one, then jump onto the next area. Now for this one, if you did it fast enough and right, you can just jump over this guy and move on. Then you want to jump and jump. You should pretty much always not get hit there, but if you do get hit, then you'll just have to skip out on the plane jump. But jump, 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 jump. Then around here, this fourth platform that I'm on, I plane jump and then go up, grab this guy, and then you want to jump up these slopes, and then go down these, and then throw at this guy, and then jump. And then for this, there's a specific line that you can use for the cutscene trigger. Right here, this line, and you go in the middle of this line, you start mashing, and then you can skip that cutscene. I'll show it one more time. Clock, and then jump, jump, edge, wait for turnaround, neutral, double jump, 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 jump over. So jump, jump, jump. Then if you are a little slow, you can like delay getting onto this kind of area just to keep the move. And then again, plane jump. And then if you do miss the plane jump, you just want to go around here and then grab this guy here, throw, and then again skip the cutscene right here, just frame early. Yeah, and that's 2-1. That hard room's probably the hardest part of that level, but not too bad. That door clip that I showcased earlier will work kind of the same as a wall clip. It's the same concept, but 2-2 is another, I would say this one's a little bit harder. Let's start a level, grab this guy, jump, and then if you are fast enough, you can actually make it through the section really fast and jump through there. I do not recommend this at all because it is a very difficult cycle to make. If you do somewhat make it, but you get like hit, I'll try and show it off. It's gonna suck because you want to try not to take damage in this level because the boss can be a little annoying. But beginner, you just jump up, wait for the spikes, jump, then at the like end of that waterfall, when you touch the ground, that's when you start mashing skip. And you just jump up here, and then you want to, then you jump, grab him, and then we're gonna do another plane jump. This one doesn't save as much time, but it's still recommended. So around here, you just jump up, and then you'll immediately go on the other plane, go left, and then here you want to do the lagless jump, double jump, and then go into the next room. That section can be a lot, so do it again, wait it out, double jump, and start. You don't have to mash there, it's just one cutscene. And then jump, grab, double jump, then double jump into the next room. So this next room, you can go down here, and then go up here, grab this enemy, and then you want to, there's two ways you can do it. You can either throw right there, or you can throw right here. I find it easier throwing there, since I've just kind of learned that timing, but you can do that. And then around here, you just neutral grab, throw, and then jump up and do that. So I'll show it again. Go down, and then you either can throw. That's why I don't do jump and throw, because I've gotten that twice and I don't like it. But do whatever way you want. Run that slope down and jump, and then neutral and throw, then grab, jump up. You want to keep that move. Don't do that double jump. That was an accident, but jump, run, jump, neutral throw, jump, jump, jump. Another way you can do it to be a little bit more safer for that last section is to do a neutral and then jump, double jump, and then jump. It's a little safer to do that double jump, because when you do the neutral throw, you kind of just barely get over there. Like that. So that can be a little bit easier. So for this section, you just jump up here, use this guy, and then use this one to jump over the gap. If you do lose this guy, you can do this, but it's a little bit harder, and you can just barely make the cycle without trying to fall down. So yeah, it's really hard to even stay on the platform and get him. So, but if you do it right, you can just barely make the cycle, but it's really tough. So do try and keep this guy. Again, just go on. About halfway right here, this is when you jump, when it's about to squirt back to its top level. So jump, jump, and then right here, when the move's under this flag, that's what I use for my double jump cue. And then, yeah, that gets you up pretty easy. Then around this step, you want to jump, and then let go of forward again. So like, jump, let go, and then go back. And you want to do it around here, like when you're above the thing, or else you will probably fall. So again, jump, let go, and then jump again. It'll pretty much make that going up there pretty easy. And you want to jump and grab that one. If you do miss it, like I did, there's backup. And you want to grab this guy, and you want to try and jump over the spikes. Now, here you want to jump over that, and then jump, and then double jump in that pit, and jump up here. Now, if you do, let's say you do miss it, right? And then jump, jump, and then jump, and then do that. And then once you're up here, if you've made the correct cycle, you need to jump, throw, jump, jump, and then do another plane jump here. So, show that step by step. So jump, throw, like that. Jump, grab, jump, throw, jump, grab, jump, jump, plain jump. One time. Jump, grab, jump, throw, jump, grab. If you do mess this up, you can wait till this guy turns around, grab him, and then do the plain jump. Then for this next room, jump over this guy, go through here, and then a beginner strat you can do is you just jump right over that pit. But if you are trying to go a little faster, you can do a frame perfect. It's not frame perfect, but you can hover and it's a little faster. Just try and do it kind of at the very edge, like this, and then you'll go. Not only will you go through both slopes, it is a little faster to kind of go through both slopes. So like this, because you'll be able to run down both slopes, and both of them give you pretty good speed. Otherwise, to just jumping. But anyways, whatever you do, just continue, and then again about halfway, that's when you jump. So jump, and then you just continue to hold left. Then for this next room, you hold left, then around here you want to jump, then go to the right, and then go left and jump, just to make sure you always make it over. Then jump in between that, and then jump again immediately. Then if you just keep holding left, you go under that guy. Then for this, we're going to do another like damage boost. This one's a little bit more difficult for this guy. You can use the ring, but if you do mistime your wind bullet, you will hit the shield, and you'll have to do it twice. So what you can do is you can do the hovering strat. The hovering strat is also hard. Just getting through this guy is hard because you'll probably most of the time take 2 damage points unless you do the wind bullet strat. But yeah, pretty difficult. Just try and get max jump so you get through that as easy as possible. And then for this guy, I just recommend waiting until he turns around, grabbing, throwing. And for here, if you're comfortable with losing, or with how much health you have at the current given time for the boss, then you can damage boost to this guy, grab and double jump, and then you can get this heart that's over here. If you're not comfortable with that, and let's say you're pretty low, you can actually just hit the shield a couple times, like 2 times, and then jump up, no problem. So yeah, and then you just jump up, and you should just be able to jump up that, no problem. And then jump over this, jump over this, grab that heart, and then you just keep holding, and then just do the 3 jumps up into here. Now for this cutscene, it kind of starts at a weird time. So around here, it's a little weird, but around there, that's when you go for the skip. So I'll try the pause. This is like the frame before. So yeah, around here, there's no good visual cues for this, except for like maybe this background element. But yeah, once you skip that, just want to jump hit and then start mashing the skip button once you hit the ground. Go left, jump hit, start mashing. Now we're in the boss fight. This boss fight is really tough if you are it's just a tough boss fight. Basically, what you can do is you can take this, like, the guy on Pamela, and then grab him, but the timing for it is tight. It is super difficult, so I do not recommend going for it. What I recommend is just doing the boss fight like normal. So this boss fight normally is just kind of waiting for him to go onto the spikes. But you can try for the grab while waiting for the spikes. I do recommend that. But just grab him, wait till the return to center. And if you do throw it early, I recommend waiting till the camera pans and you want to be right here. Or if you're on the other side, you want to be right here. You pretty much always want to wait for the camera to pan around, just because you don't want to miss it. Yeah, pretty simple fight, as you can see. Try to go for the grab. Oh, I missed. Yeah, that's why you want to be on the right side. Yeah, that's 2-2. Very simple. Do not worry if you're a beginner about that fight at all. Just gonna go for it. Yeah, skip the cutscene at the end. And now, moving on to World 3. 3-1, pretty difficult level, but it's not too bad. Basically, once you start the level, you want to just go right. Just jump up these slopes. And then jump up on the spring. And then what I do is I kind of double back there so I can get on perfectly without bonking. You want to go right here on the platform, go back left. And what you can do is you can do this damage boost, which is really hard. But it's not really hard, but it can be difficult and it doesn't save too much time. But if you want to play it safe, just jump over him, jump, and then do that foreground grab, and jump, and then foreground grab, go left, break this box, jump up this slope and into this cutscene. You will need a mash there because there are couple cutscenes there. Then head right, then jump and grab this enemy. As long as you grab it, it doesn't matter just which way you grab it, but once you grab it, you keep holding right and just get through this guy. Once you activate this, you can go and grab this guy. If you do grab him, you can do a double jump, which is about right here, so kind of above that fence. You can do a double jump. But if you don't get him, you'll just have to kind of wait it out and go up here. And then what you can do is a little bit of a hard strat where you jump right at a pretty hard position, and you can actually skip the entire, well, not, you can skip part of the animation. But when the gondola swings this way to the right, you are barely able to clip onto this platform. This trick is very hard. In fact, I just did it the wrong way on the other platform. But if you are going for this, you can just try it, and if you miss it, then you just keep going. You want to go left if you you aren't going for this trick. I feel like it's easier on the left side because there is the armored enemy on the right. But if you are going for it, you can go for it, but I don't recommend it since it's really difficult. But go left, and then you want to grab this guy and double jump up here. You want to go left, and you can grab that heart if you want. Everyone does it just for the fun of it. Grab the heart, and then you want to go back to the right, grab this guy that spawns, then jump up here and grab the key. Then you can get this guy, jump over here. And if you make a bunch of mistakes, don't worry. As long as you make the cycle, I will not be showing off the other skip because it is stupid hard. Just go on the gondola, and then with this guy, you want to break this guy's armor, and then you can throw this guy. This guy the armored move can just be a little bit hard to jump over, but what you can do, I will not show this here, I will show it in 3-2, where it makes a bigger difference, is animation skip. I'll not be showing it off here because it's pretty difficult, but go through here, and then you just throw the blue moo at the clock, get on the center of the gondola, and wait. Just hold right, and then jump at the end. Then you want to jump, like grab that guy, and then do the jump, and then double jump. You don't have to do the double jump, and it's a little faster if you don't, but if you're a beginner, I would recommend just going for the double jump, like that. And then if you're not a beginner, and you're looking to save time, you can do this. And that last throw, you are looking to try and get a not a neutral grab like I did. But once you do that, I will show off 2 skips here. I recommend one over the other. But first skip I'm going to show is the door clip. There's 2 door clips in this level. But if you are doing this door clip, you need to turn your controller. I am playing with the actual PlayStation controller. Turn your controller sideways. Hold the down button. This is how I do it. With your left hand pointer finger, and then the X button, just lay the X button on your thumb, and then using your right hand pointer, you want to hold left, and then once you get around here, you hold both right and down, and then just down, and then do the door clip right there. This is a lot harder than it looks, and basically what you're doing is you're pressing the right button for a frame, and then immediately holding right after. So it can be a little difficult, but honestly, this is much worth it to learn. So hold down, jump right, jump right, and then you just flip through. A lot of the times, if you're not fast enough, you will get like a situation where you won't be able to, like, you'll get the first frame, which is kind of hard. Getting the first frame is the hard part, and then you just won't be able to clip all the way through, and you'll get back out. That's just kind of one of the nature with this, is that it's a pretty hard skip, and you just got to practice it. When you press the first left is kind of like here or here, but let's see, yeah, like that. And then the other way you can do this is to do a wall clip. I find this version a lot harder, but it's one of the easier wall clips where you can do kind of the inside But when you're doing this inside, you want to make sure the camera does not pan to a different view, because that means you will fall out of bounds. So once you get like right here and your camera doesn't pan, 2 left frame inputs, half right, and then forward and throw. Then get this guy, get the key, and then enter. So if you do the other version of the trick, or the door clip, you can take this move through, which you don't do with the other strat. So if you do the easier strat, which is that clip, you can keep going left and then jump and skip that pit, which you will have to go through if you don't do the skip. So if you do the skip, see, the positioning is super hard, so. And when you do that turn right, you have to wait for the camera to go all the way through. So yeah, grab the key, go through, and then for this, you just go on, hold left, and then this kind of dip right here where I'm standing, I stand right here, and then once both of them are about to come and hit me, you jump, then you wait, and then grab and jump up. So after that, you just jump up here, and then you just gonna go through here. Then this guy is gonna pop up. You can again do the wind bullet, which I think is easier. Or you can do the hover, and then you can just damage boost through them if you want, but it is slower to just do that. But anyway you do it, you just go up here, jump over this guy, then jump over this guy. It's a little hard to get that last jump, but you want to jump up here and then grab this guy. Sometimes it can be a little hard to grab because the way he's like facing and stuff, but just try and grab him and then move over to here where we're doing another door clip. So this door clip is a lot harder, but what you want to do is you want to jump and go right for a frame. Now if you do it too fast, what can sometimes happen is Klonoa will bonk and the moo isn't gonna squish. If that does happen, you just have to retry it until you don't get that. And once you get that, do the kind of the same thing where you rotate the controller, jump, and then at the peak of the jump, you want to do a perfect left frame input. And then once you get up here, it can be a little bit tricky, but what you want to do, jump, and then once you get up here, you want to press another left frame input again. But sometimes you just don't clip through, which means you had bad positioning with that. But if you do get it right, you should be able to do another left clip and just go through the door. But if you do it wrong, you just won't be able to clip through. If you do it in like a bad way, you can try and jump and like go to the right a bit and then retry. But most of the time, you'll just have to end up redoing the positioning if you do get that. So I'm gonna do it, jump, and then input. Fortunately, do it again. There we go. Then you should just be able to go left into the next room, which is the auto scroller. Now this room, you want to not lose this guy. If you lose this Moo, it's gonna be a lot slower, but you want to try and keep this guy, and there are some strats. So this plank right here, you want to stand on it and then just jump over these, and around here when it's lined up, Klonoa's lined up with this blue thing, you want to jump and then hold right. Sometimes that'll happen, and you'll get lucky, but again, just over the left plank, jump, jump, and then jump, and when you land, you go to the right. That's like the hardest part of this auto scroll room. Everything else pretty easy. So you can jump, oops, jump, and then jump, right. Then you pretty much complete the easy part. You can stay in the middle, get that heart, but whatever you do next in that area, you just want to hold right. Then when you pass those spikes, you want to go left, then go right. Then from here, you want to go a little bit left of the middle of these two planks. That'll ensure you damage boost to the left. So damage boost to the left, hold left so you can get past these. Then if you want a heart, you can go back to the middle and get this one. Then once you go here, you just want to hold right for the whole thing. It may look like you're about to get hit here, but you will never get hit there. And then you want to jump around there so you get off at the perfect time. And then if you made the move all the way through, you can use it to get that box. And if you didn't, you will have to get this guy, the box, go back, do it again, and then go up. But if you do get him through, which isn't too bad, just grab him, then wait for the bounce right there so you can go through him. Show it off one more time. Jump, and then wait for the bounce, go through, wait till he turns around, grab, jump up here, and then we're going to here. And then just wait for that platform. You want to jump up here, grab that enemy as fast as possible and throw it, and grab this enemy, and then just make sure you're lined up. Then you want to throw it, and then, yeah, my camera was bad, but line up, throw, and then right as you hit it, you want to press start so you can skip the cutscene, go down here, activate this platform. Now here, you want to kind of get this guy, then around here, when it starts turning, you want to go left and jump, and you can do a small plane jump up onto here. Grab this guy, then plane jump, and then go right. If you do get both of those, you can skip this guy, grab this guy, and go over. But if you do not, you just have to wait. And you can still do the plane jump, but you just got to get that guy. But if you miss both of them, then you miss both of them. And unfortunately, it takes longer for that guy to spawn if you miss the if you miss the plane jump, that guy takes longer to spawn. So just try and at least get this guy so you can skip the long spawn. But you will have to wait for that spawn. But whatever you do, just go up here, and then once you're up here, mash a skip, and then that is 3-1. So yeah, 3-1, simple. Now we're on to 3-2, which is a very linear level, but it'll introduce animation skips. So for animation skip, you need to do a series of inputs, which is first you get that double jump, and then you want to hover at the right area, and then grab and press X before you land it on the ground. But you need to do the grab first, so hover, grab, X. And then, if you did it right, you shouldn't double jump. And if you don't get that double jump, that means you've done it right. But next, you want to just go to the right, continue on, and you want to grab the key that is in this room. Go back left. And then once you get into this room, you will want to go and get this boomy, but you want to do a neutral grab. If you try and do the wind bullet lagless, you will waste your stored double jump. But you just keep holding left, and if you did it right, you will be able to do that and just go through that. But if you did do it incorrect, you won't get it. But if you do accidentally do lagless wind bullet, you will waste your stored double jump. But after you do that, you'll get into this room. And in this room, you want to jump, grab this, and once you're in this room, after that, if you don't have to do that whole animation skip setup, you can just go through that normally. It only saves a little bit of time to do animation skip, but if you go through here, you jump and grab that guy, lagless wind bullet, and then jab this guy and jump up. And then you can go kind of right under that. You don't actually have to jump. So just go under. You have to get the right cycle for it to work, but so what you want to do, get this guy right, and then do the double jump. And then after you do the double jump right here, you want to just keep running left, and you'll be able to go onto this platform. And then you want to jump and grab this enemy. And once you grab this enemy, you want to go onto this step and then go over that enemy so you don't get hit. So once you get onto like that second step where I do the double jump, you want to do the double jump pretty quick. And then after you do that, you'll be in this section. Just jump up here, and then hit that. And then right there, you can do a damage boost. So you jump, and then do this. Then skip this step right here. You don't want to go onto it. Jump, and then hit, skip, and then jump once you get hit to skip the damage animation. And just keep going right. And then you can either, depending on your health, you can wait there until he moves and then go through, or you can just damage boost again. But either way, you're just going to come up here, get that door, then go in here. Once you're in here, you want to hold right. That can kind of throw people off. Then once you go in here, you want to skip that cutscene, and then go to the left. So I'll show this all again. Go through here, hit, jump, and then go through here, jump, in here, hold right, in here, hold left, skip cutscene, and then you want to jump over that guy. When you jump over that guy, you kind of be in the perfect spot to go right under, and then jump again. Then once you're here, you jump to go up the upward slope, jump over this guy, jump and grab this enemy, and then immediately throw and go in this room. So again, skip, jump, 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 and then go here, grab, throw, go in here. Now this next room can be pretty tight depending on what you do. You can either take this boomy, and it's a lot harder if you do take this boomy. The movement gets not only difficult, but the cycle is tighter. But it's recommended to grab this one, go and throw, and then go through here. But if you get to a point where you have to wait for that door to open, that's when I recommend just switching to getting this guy. Or when you get this guy, you just want to do a neutral, then go through here, go there, jump over that guy, early jump to get over that guy, and then go in. Then immediately once you go in this room, you'll have to immediately skip a cutscene, and then do this double jump with these two, then skip that cutscene, and grab the cube. Then, once you do that, you just go left, and exit the room. And from here, you go right, I'm gonna go from here, go right, jump up here, I want to go back. I'm not going to show the animation skip here, because it's a lot harder, but just go through this door into this room. And in this room, you want to get this left one, hit the right one, hit the middle, and skip, and then leave the room. And then once you leave, we want to just kind of move all the way back to where we were, which was over here. And you just want to go over here into this room, and then make sure to jump over this, or else you waste a lot of time. But once you go in this room, just jump, go into here, and then if you are low on health, if you want to, you can grab that heart. Once you go in here, you just want to pretty much have to wait for this platform to go through, get on it, and then once I collect this first gem, that's when I go do the jump. Be a little tight, but you just want to get over there any means you can. And then once you get over here, you want to jump before getting on the platform, so you can do the two jumps there, jump, jump, jump. Then here, once you departure, you want to go to the right. And then right there, you want to go just in there. You can just kind of clip through this platform, and then just go left, jump up these slopes, and then into the next room, which is just getting onto this. And once you get onto this, you want to wait till about right here to jump up. The visual cue for this is kind of around here. Around here you want to jump. So when you see those four kind of dots, when those are kind of in vision, that's when I jump. And then we have this outside room. Now there are two things you can do here, which is just go up normally, which is probably the better strat. It's just to go through normally, and then go through the room. But what you can do, and it saves just a barely little time, and it's not totally recommended, is to wait under this kind of blue thing, and when this spike ball, a little bit after it bounces, so like now, you want to hold left and hold the flutter button. Just hold jump. So I'll show it off again. So I just kind of wait. And then if you keep holding left and the jump button, you'll get damage again, and you should just be able to flutter up there. The only downside to this trick is it does skip the golden heart, which can actually help you in the boss if needed. So yeah, that's the normal movement that I recommend you do if you're a beginner. Then if you're a pro, you can just wind under this. Then that was a little early. You want to try to jump and flutter at the same time, so you don't go under the platform. But once you're in here, you just go left onto this platform and go into the boss fight. So this boss is really hard. I do not recommend learning any strats for this at all. But for this first part, you just want to grab this enemy to the left and then double jump here. Again, this boss is really hard, so I don't recommend any strats. At least if you're not doing any strats, go for the first hit, which is just going on this platform and then hitting there. Then for the rest of the boss, you can try the route strat, which I'll link one in the description. But for now, this boss is really hard, and do not start learning or routing any strats until you have, I would say, probably a 45, around a 45 or like a 43. I would say that's when you can start kind of learning the tricks. But other than that, this boss can be really difficult, so I do not recommend learning strats. I just recommend you kind of go through it normally, which isn't too bad. When he just does this, you want to jump over it. It's harder when it gets to the other one, but when he does this attack, you just want to stand around here, which I did mess up. I'll show it again because I do want to show this off. But you want to stand around here, and when the movement stops, you want to go left, jump, and then do that. And then you go into phase 2, which is faster. Because it is faster, I would recommend oh, that was weird. I would recommend going on the third platform to time your jumps instead of going on the second one, because it is a lot harder. But if you can do the second one, then I do recommend it. But either way, just do the boss normally. Do not route strats until you have pretty decent time. Anyways, that is 3-2 done. Now we're going to move on to Vision 4. Okay, so Vision 4, 1, and 4-2. These levels, I would say, you want to conserve your health as much as possible. So, starting out 4-1, you just grab this guy, this one, hit this guy, then double jump to get rid of him. Then you want to grab this one. Then you can actually do a trick here to despawn the enemy. It's a little hard, but you want to double jump and then double jump again. And then if you do it right, you can actually despawn this enemy. It's a little hard, but if you do it right, you can despawn the enemy, as you can see. But in other words, if you aren't concerned about that, just double jump and then grab this guy and double jump. And then you want to damage boost through this one. And then if you get the despawn, just grab that guy and throw him. But if you don't do it, do the double jump and grab this guy. And then this is another wall clip that's pretty finicky, I would say. You can do it two ways. You can either do the one like where you stand away from the wall a little bit. The other strat you can do, it's a little bit harder, but you'll need to be able to do a bunch of frame perfect inputs for this one, and you are very likely to fall down. So it is recommended to just do the wall clip like this until you get it, because it is technically a lot easier. The alternate method is a lot harder because you need to damage boost left, grab that guy, and hold up. And then after doing that, you have to do a lot of frame perfect left inputs just to maybe make it through. Because you are very likely to fall out of bounds while doing this version. And plus, I've already messed up. So again, I would recommend just doing this version, where you just kind of stand a little bit away and go for this. This version I recommend a lot more. Than the other version, because the other version is a lot easier to fail and a lot harder. Once you get here, you just want to do a double jump. The strat's the easiest way to unload this room is to go left, and when Klonoa disappears, do a double jump and just be able to go through here. I'm not sure how the load works, but 90% of the time, as long as right as when Klonoa disappears, you should get it. If you're a little too late, you'll either fall or sometimes the room's gonna load. If you do it too early, you'll just jump over to the other side or load the room. So when Klonoa's gone, double jump, and then room should unload. So if you load the room on accident, you want to jump against this wall, and you'll be able to go through this guy. Then kind of jump up here, grab this guy, and then throw it at the red moo. Then grab this guy, double jump, and go through. But then, if you do it correctly, there are two ways to do the movement. You can do up here, where you throw that guy, then go to this one, and go over. If you want to be safe, you can just do a neutral grab and throw, and then go across. So show that. So neutral grab, throw, then jump, go across, which is a little slower. And once you get into this room, you can do kind of jump and damage boost off this guy, and then you have to wait for this spike, jump over, grab this guy, and then you'll just kind of jump through there and jump up here. Jump here, throw at that move, and then just keep going. Grab this guy, and then grab this heart, jump, and then throw, and then get this checkpoint, because we're gonna do really hard skip. So the easiest way to do this trick, right? Grab this guy and jump over, and then you want to get this guy, and then you want to do a double jump and preserve your momentum and go to the left a little bit. So double jump, and then you grab this guy while doing the double jump. You want to go left a little bit, so go left a little bit, jump, and then when Klonoa stops doing the flutter animation, you want to do the wind bullet. So wind bullet, and then after that, you want to land on the platform. And you want to land on the platform, do a double jump, and then do a double jump. And with that double jump, you want to carry momentum and grab this one. Then go back to that like returning platform. So double jump, go off the edge. So when you do this double jump, make sure you're not doing it while on the platform. It'll make it a lot harder. Let's see. So you want to do it off the edge. And then once you get the grab, you want to go back on the platform and do a double jump. Then flutter, and you want to grab that guy. So double jump, grab, double jump, and then hold, double jump, and then flutter up here, and you skip that whole section. So the other version of this is to stay in the air and skip the platform, where you do this. This can be a little bit harder, so I don't recommend it. And I would recommend just sticking with doing that with the platform, since it's a lot more consistent. And then, yeah. Pretty hard trick, but if you get enough practice with it, you can become pretty consistent at it. But if you're not consistent, you can either practice the trick, or you can go the no skip way, which you can just watch like a no skips run in order to kind of figure out what that is. When you are doing the no skip strat, I'd recommend not trying to go for platform skips, since that's kind of hard to do, and if you're a beginner anyway, you probably wouldn't be trying to go and skip these platforms anyways. But yeah, that's 4-1. Now we're moving on to 4-2. 4-2 is a pretty hard level, but it's pretty short, so it's not that bad. So this first room can be difficult, like pretty difficult. So I would recommend just kind of not worrying about that room, but I'll show the strats anyways. So around like halfway after you enter the level, you do the lagless wind bullet, then go down here, throw, go left, then here you need to jump at the perfect time. Do not flutter in order to get over all the spikes. That part is probably the hardest part of all this. It's just getting over all the spikes, damageless. But whatever you do, just go down this slide, throw out that guy, and then you just want to hold up. You just want to hold up around here, and you'll always get the door. Just keep holding right through this area. You get into here, which you just kind of want to. When you're in here, jump over the crevices, and then if you do need that, if you took a lot of damage in that first section, you can grab this heart thing, but other than that, I recommend skipping it. We'll just go through here, and then around here, you want to jump, and you do want to go under that guy, which isn't too bad. On this room, you want to go around here. Actually, I can show it, but around where this line is, right here. Show it one more time. It's very visible in the beginning, this line. You want to go to this line, go back, then try and grab this guy, like, while you're under him. And if you do it right, you can do it damageless, but don't worry if you take damage, because it's hard to do it without taking damage. But if you do, like, stand on the right side, just in case you do take damage, because then you'll get boosted to the right. So, grab him, throw, and then you want to do a lagless jump. Don't worry, you will grab that guy, and jump, then you jump. You can jump here, like where I didn't jump. You can jump. It's just, I don't do it because it's kind of risky, and a lot of the times you can accidentally lose this guy. But you can lose this guy. So what you want to do is go over here, left, and then what you want to do is you want to do the lagless jump while hitting that switch to get as much right as possible. And once you land on the ground, you want to skip the cutscene and just hold right. And if you got far enough with the lagless jump, you can actually just go through both enemies. But if you feel like you are gonna take damage, you can just jump. Like, you don't have all the invincibility in the world, but you have a pretty good amount of it, especially if you do that. So, but anyways, whatever you do, you're going for this next room. This next room, you want to jump up the slopes, and then we're going to do a pretty difficult damage boost. You want to fall down and jump pretty much as late as possible there. It's really difficult, but if you do it right, you can pretty much just damage boost to the right, which is hard. And if you get it, you should just be able to damage boost to the right and keep going like that. If you don't get it and you miss it, then you will just want to wait and do another damage boost there. And once you get to that next area, you want to flutter while waiting for this guy to spawn, and then do a double jump. Now, I would recommend doing another flutter, because that's kind of hard to do without fluttering again. So, and then flutter again. And once you get up here, you want to just grab this guy, double jump up here, then jump over this one, grab this one, then just kind of double jump all the way over to this second one. Getting that second one is probably the best one to get, and it saves like a little time. So jump up, grab this, and then the visual cue for jumping, I did it really late when I shouldn't have, but let's see, around here, that's when you do it. So I'll show that off again, because jump, and then you jump over and kill that guy, and then you should land on the second one. You just keep holding left, grab this guy, and then wait for the fall here. Don't hold left the whole time, because you will jump up here, and you don't want to waste this enemy. And then just hit, go through. Then you want to hold right, and right as you get on the bridge, you want to start mashing start, and then skip the cutscene. Now we're into the second easiest boss. Well, it doesn't. This was probably the second easiest. Some people find Rongo Lango easier. I personally find this one a little easier. But what you want to do is try and show this off, but as you can see, there are 8 spots that you can throw it. The yellow attack spawns a yellow enemy, which is kind of annoying. The green attack spawns these like green drones that kind of go at you, and you have to go in like a certain spot. The pink one has another, it's kind of like the same thing, but it's with bombs instead that blow up. And then the blue one is like a bunch of like pillars that spawn that you have to avoid. But every time you hit one, you go slightly faster. So, and it's harder to hit the top ones, because what you're doing in this fight is you're trying to hit both 2 things at the same time. It's a lot easier to hit those top ones first, because it doesn't move as fast. But whatever you are comfortable with, you can do. So these rays show you what attack is happening next. See, the blue one with the barriers, which I will do that. We have another one, yellow attack, so that's the enemy. You want to try and avoid this enemy until you get around here. This enemy is kind of just hard to deal with. Don't try and jump while the platform's moving. You either want to jump earlier or you want to jump later. So, or else when you try to jump, you'll just totally take damage. So again, just wait. As you can see, the thing's already predetermined pretty much for the first one. It's yellow. And we go for this one, early jump, and then grab him. And yeah, there's totally a chance you miss one. That means you'll just have to get it later or get it earlier. I'm gonna save it for last because I want to get rid of the yellow attack. Go in between, and then yeah, this one's kind of the hardest one to get, especially because it's one to. But yeah, see, the movement makes it harder to get, so that's kind of the reason people like, well, me, I go for the top ones first, but it really is just preference. So do whichever one you want to do. Most people do bottom ones first to get rid of the yellow, and then do the top ones. But I personally do the top ones first because I find it really annoying. Oh my gosh, this is really bad. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's why the yellows can be a problem, is that exact reason. But once boss fight ends, you will just want to start mashing start and skip the cutscene. And that's 4-2. Now we're going to move on to 5-1. So for 5-1, there is this, you have to skip this first cutscene, hold right, and then skip this cutscene. But as you can see, you have to get 4 orbs in this level. You need to get the red one, the blue one, the green one, and the yellow one. Now, the pattern you do it in, if you're not trying to play optimal, doesn't super matter. But if you're trying to play optimal, you want to either have the blue one or the green one as your last orb, because then you'll be slightly closer to the door. But that's only if you're trying to play super optimal. But I'll do it in the order of red, blue, yellow, green, which is the optimal kind of order. But yeah, you just want to go left, and then you want to try and get that jump that I just did, so you don't have to do an extra jump on this platform. You want to just wait, jump up here, and then this guy, double jump, run, and go through here. Now for this room, you want to damage boost off of this move, and then grab him and go through that flame. And once you do that, you want to ride this, throw him at that X, and then for this you want to neutral grab, which is kind of hard. Neutral grab, throw, and then jump off. What you can do, you can at least try and do this. You can actually grab this like early, which is kind of hard. If you're a beginner, I don't recommend this, but if you are going for it, you want to, like in the middle of this platform, you want to jump. Then when you cross the middle of this platform, then you want to do the wind bullet. And then you can do, if you do it right, you can actually just land on this platform right here instead of having to do the hover. I'll see if I can get it. See, that's not what you want. And if you get it right, you can just land on here, jump. But if you're a beginner, just wait, grab it, and then double jump, and fall, grab this guy, and then throw him, then go through here. Just want to jump, you want to hover a little bit. You don't want to hover like that, you just want to hover like right here, so you make it on. And then for this platform, you can just do the singular jump, but if you want to stay safe, you can hover. Then here, you want to jump onto the podium, then onto here. You can also just get on here and jump, take it safe. But just jump up here, and then you want to go up here, damage boost. And that is the first one done. Now we have the blue one, which again is on the same path. Just jump up here, go up here. Then for this one, depending on how fast you are, you can actually just kind of go through there. Try and show it again. Yeah, like that. Then you go on this one. You jump up here. Grab this enemy. Throw. You want to grab this enemy. Now we're going to do another wall clip. Now this one is another one of the easy ones where you can do this. Now sometimes you'll get what I'm doing, where I kind of skip a wall clip. At that point you only have to do one and then jump up here. But if you don't get that, you gotta do two. Let's see. So I need to do two. a little more difficult. And then you want to jump on this platform right here, and then go up here. Because if you do not, then you will actually die. Like, I'll try and show it. So let's say, as you can see, you're not on the correct plane, so you can't do that. So what you need to do is just jump on here and then jump here, enter. In this room, throw the enemy, that guy, grab this one, grab that health if you want to, go through this room, then we go to the right. This room, you just go here, then try and get this jump. This one's a little harder, but on this platform, you want to actually just wait it out, because it is faster than trying to jump off. And when you get into this room, you want to go left, and then grab this guy, jump on this, and you want to jump over this move, which is possible. It is a little hard, and you can double jump up there. If you do not feel like comfortable with that, or you're having a hard time with it, you can always just plane jump right here, and then you can do that jump, which is pretty hard, and I recommend hovering just to stay safe. Then grab this guy, throw it at this one. Now we have this room, this kind of area. Now this is a little bit harder, but as you can see, you want to try and take this enemy through here and just go up here. Now this is a lot harder than it looks, so I'll show it off again. But just go down here, jump, and then you want to jump over here, and then you want to try and jump and grab him before he kind of goes all the way up there. It's really hard because this wheel is not your friend, but once you grab him, you just go over here. Go up here, and it is hard to kind of get the jump right there because the wheel kind of makes you flutter. As you can see, I'm doing a lot, but I want to just, another way you can do it is you can just grab him and go through. You just jump, and then try and grab and jump. It's pretty difficult, especially because this wheel messes it up a lot. As you can see, I'm trying to jump and I just flutter. It is really annoying, but you can also do it like that too. But if you are a beginner, I don't recommend it. Just go right, spawn this guy, jump over him, grab him, go over here, grab this one, go over here, and then when you get here, you want to like jump like that, so you like get it. But you can't just like run right and grab it. You have to actually time it. If you want to play safe fit, you just jump onto it, grab it, and then depending on if you were fast on the cycle, you can skip this and not have to wait for it. But once you get in, skip. Then we're going to do another pretty big skip where, because this game is like 2.5D, you can only stay on one plane. You can throw the enemies like up in the foreground, in the background, right? We're gonna actually use that to our advantage. So you want to grab this checkpoint just in case you fail the trick. Make sure you stand on that platform so it comes down. And you grab this guy, and then go up here, and you want to jump over this, jump up the slopes, and once you're in here, you go left. And then I'm gonna show this off, but what you want to do is you want to basically jump and hit, we're trying to hit that checkpoint right there. So let me jump. As you can see, just keep going left till around here, then start holding forward. Then about right here, you want to throw the move, and then it should hit the checkpoint. You should hear that ringing sound when you get it. And the visual cue for that, as you saw, was under the clock. When the moo is under the clock, that's when you throw. But anyways, once you do that, you want to go left, go right, and then do kind of what we did earlier. If you remember, way back in... So you want to do what we did earlier. You just want to jump at the right time. Just kind of skip the damage animation. And then jump on this platform and up to the green one. Go through, skip, go left, and make sure you don't mash. But yeah, you just want to go left, enter, jump up here. Try not to bonk where I did. And go through here. Want to skip, go left. You have to go a little left to get it. And go through the door. Hold right. And you want to hit the switch. Go right, or skip the cutscene. You don't go right. So skip, go left, go up, hit this, and then mash. You're on the ground, and that is 5-1. Again, optimal, because if you were like over here, you'd have to walk more into the door. So it's more optimal to get green or blue last. Then skip these cutscenes. Yeah, that is 5-1 done. Now we're going into 5-2, which is a very cycle-based level, I would say. And it's pretty difficult, so I would recommend to not worry about any of the cycles in the upcoming level. Okay, so immediately you want to skip some cutscenes, hold right, and then once you get into this room, you want to... I will show off the first cycle. Jump, jump, and then get this guy. And then you can just barely go through here without damage boosting, but it shouldn't matter. So, just jump, grab this guy. This guy is kind of hard to grab because he's not on the best cycle. But just go through here, grab this guy, go through here, throw. And then you want to go up here, go on these platforms. What you now have to do, you want to jump to this guy, grab him, double jump up here, grab this guy, and then do a pretty hard jump to get up here. Now, there are two ways you can do it from here if you have made the cycle. You can wait until it turns night, like that, and then do a easy wall clip here. Or the harder way is to do a wall clip here, which you can pretty much only do that if you've made a good cycle. But you go through here, and you go back, and it'll be daytime. But whichever way you do it, I would recommend doing this way. But if you are going for like good times, it's better to just go through here. This wall clip can be difficult though, so again, probably just recommended to just go through the other way. Really only do this wall clip if you were able to make that cycle fast. And I should mention, as long as you get to a state where you're able to go out of bounds, it doesn't matter if you lose him. But anyways, go through here. If you do it too early, as you can see, that'll happen. You won't be able to skip it. But just go through, and then hold right, grab this guy, double jump, go up into this room, Then hit the switch. Wait on this platform. Then jump and go into the next room. Okay, when you get here, you just want to wait for the nighttime. And then jump up here and get on this platform. Then jump and jump over this one. Then you want to jump over this, down this platform, and then you want to basically hold right and then jump, and then you should just be able to go through there. Then in here you want to jump, double jump to get up there. I'll kind of show this one more time, but just wait, jump, go through, jump, then you want to go down here, slope, double jump, then up here, grab this guy, get this, and then go into here. So the easiest way to grab these guys that are out here is to just fire at like the foreground like that. It's much easier. But anyways, jump over this, then fire at the foreground, grab them, throw it at the switch, and then when I make this cycle. If you do get this kind of cycle fast enough, you can actually get another guy if you want, and then make the cycle. But that's only if you get it pretty darn good, and if you're able to get this one spawn, and then immediately grab this one. If you do that, then you should be able to just jump up here and skip that. But then again, that does require you to delay a little bit. So I pretty much just recommend trying to go for the switch and then throwing. Don't even worry about trying to get another one. And just hit the switch, go up here, and then you should still have enough time to get up here. Should be fine, and then just enter. Still making it. Okay, so same thing for the platform rooms. Just go over here, get on the platform, climb up. But next is a pretty interesting skip, and there's actually a pretty easy way to do it. But basically, this guy right here, you want to grab him through the wall, like so. So I'm actually going to explain how you do this. So for this trick, you want to try and get a position where you cannot hear me bonking. So you hear that? It's not the right position. It's not the right position. So right here is not the right position either. But right here, I'm not hitting the wall. You don't hear any sounds. And then you just do that and grab it through the wall. The camera doesn't matter, but depending on what camera position you have, it's gonna change how you do the skip. So different cameras require different positions. So it's pretty good to know for this trick that depending on where you are, might not work, but you can see it'll work. That'll work. Get it, and then once you get it, you just want to come back through here, and then you want to double jump and go in here, and you want to land this platform. Then it's pretty much just a wait. You gotta wait all the way until you get over the next part. Then around here, that's when I go for that. And then just grab that. And then go into the boss fight. Which is probably one of my least favorite fights. This fight isn't fun, and it's really hard, but basically you immediately want to go to the left and wait for this move. Get it, throw, get this one, and you pretty much just gotta follow where he goes and try not to throw at the hands. This fight is pretty hard, but once you get that phase, there is a trick you can do there where if you throw a moo before they disappear, like I just tried to do, you can actually delete one of the spawns in the upcoming next phase. It'll respawn next time, but it deletes a spawn, and I seem to have got it. So that pretty much helps not having to deal with enemies for one of the things. But yeah, it's pretty helpful. Don't worry if you don't get it. It's just kind of one of those things that if you get it, you get it. It's helpful. But yeah, once you get the last hit, you just go and throw one. So yeah. See, now I gotta, for these tiles, you want to, okay, this guy's, you want to, basically, when you hit this next tile green, you want to quickly go left, right. So like, that wasn't it. Like something like that. So yeah, you just kind of want to try and avoid these guys. They're a real piece of work. Luckily, the hearts spawn are pretty nice. So let's see, get one. Do this spawn. We'll all spawn at the same time, unlike last time. In this phase, he starts to do like a running attack, which can make it a little bit harder. Let's try and get that hit. Ooh, that barely worked. Let's see. And there again. And I wasn't close enough to one to do the trick. So I should explain what moves he does in the second phase. He does, in the first of the second phase. In the first of the second phase, he does like, you know, that spinning move. He does it with one hand. And then he does the every other platform move, which does return in this one. But basically, in the second of second phases, now there's these purple ones. Require you to go from purple to blue to green to yellow, which makes it a lot harder. But the spinning attack becomes a lot harder in this second phase, or second phases. So then let's see, will we do the other attack? No. Just kinda hoping to show it off. Let's see. Yeah, he didn't show it off, but that's fine. And yeah, from now, we just need to get 2 more hits. So if you do have trouble for some reason on the 2 first phases that happened before, and you're only able to get 2 hits before the transformation, you'll just have to get 3 here. So it's a lot harder, but so you grab one, jump, try to get that. Ugh. Just one more hit. See if I can hopefully. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, and that's fight. That fight is pretty boring, pretty hard. I would recommend practicing that too, actually, because it's a pretty hard fight. But anyways, that is pretty much the hard part done. I would say that's, well, it's not, okay. Yeah, that is 5-2, and now we get on to the kind of last 2 levels, which are the shortest, some of the shortest levels, even though they are meant to be some of the longest. Yeah, let's get into it. Starting with 6-1, you want to skip this cutscene, then go through this door. Pretty simple. In this room, you just want to hold right. You jump up these. Try and go pretty fast here, but don't go too fast where you like start bonking and accidentally hovering, because you'll lose time. You just want to go up here. I personally do this like back forth thing, but some people just pause right there. I do the back forth because I find it more easier. You just want to fall down into here. You want to grab the checkpoint and then grab a moo. Another thing you can do is just fall into here and grab one, but I don't recommend that unless you're really trying to be, I don't know, safe about it. But yeah, grab the checkpoint and grab a moo. This is like the 4-1 clip where you have to be a little bit away from the wall. There is no like alternative to doing this. Well, to doing this specific clip, you can do another version of 6-1 skip, which is a little easier and doesn't require you to do the wall clip, but it is much slower, so I recommend just learning the wall clip, like so. This is one of those harder wall clips, but once you get it, you just go left, jump up onto here. Then here you can do this jump, which is another one of those, when the shadow disappears, do the jump. But if you want to make this jump consistent, you can just fall down here, jump like this, and do that. So kind of like the back and forth thing I was doing back here, but just right here. And that makes it a little bit more consistent. But anyways, just go through here, go left. You jump up here, and you jump on this yellow one. Do a double jump here, and you should be able to get up here. And if you want to play super safe, because you find that skip hard, you can grab this checkpoint and then continue up. But I don't recommend it because I don't know, this jumping area is pretty easy. But let's say, yeah, let's just say make it up there, then go in here, jump up here, grab the crystal, and then go in here. And don't mash to skip here. You actually have to wait a little bit. It's a little bit weirder, as you can see. So, anyways, let's say you fell, but you did get the checkpoint. You just want to go back around to the entrance and go left back into this room. And you want to go and grab this kind of 1-up that's usually here. And once you grab it, you just want to fall out of bounds. And then you'll be back here. It's not only the quickest way to die, but you pretty much virtually lose no health or no lives because you just gained one. So yeah, just go up here, don't mash until it's fully like onto here, and then you can start mashing to skip the overworld thing. Now we're on to 6-2, which is another level with a pretty big skip. So jump and then skip those cutscenes once you hit the ground. I'll show that one more time since it's a little hard to time that. So jump, do that, and then next room. You just want to go left, super simple, left and jump. And then for this platform, right here, platform, I'm just gonna retry the level because I don't want to have platform form in the video. So for this platform right here, this kind of green thing on the platform goes kind of level or like a little bit above it. That's when I jump. And there's other visual cues for this that you can use. That's just the one I use. You can make up your own. But you just go in here, jump up here in this room. You want to go like enough to the right so that this portal spawns and you can grab a moo. If you want to be super optimized about it, like this is the normal way, right? If you want to be super optimized, you can kind of grab it and go to the left at the same time. But anyways, you go left, jump in this kind of corner like other wall clips, and don't go too far in or else this will happen where you fall out of bounds. Don't try and go super far into the wall because then that'll happen. But there are two versions of the skip here. One of them requires another skip, but the easiest way is to just go left and jump, and then grab the checkpoint and then go in here to do another skip. But the harder way is doing another skip called Ultimate 6-2, which is really difficult, and I do not recommend learning this until you have a, I don't know, top 40 time, or like you have like a 41. I do not recommend learning this version of 6-2 skip until you have a pretty decent time, because not only is this really hard to get, it is just, yeah, it's really hard to do and only saves like 9 seconds for like a hard strat. So basically these lines right here, there's like these lines right here that are like the walls. So there's right here and right here, and you basically are trying to get Klonoa to double jump through here, which is really hard. So most of the time you'll end up bonking or just missing it. And then another most of the time thing you can do is make it, but you will not have enough height gain, which is pretty needed to make it. So that's why I just recommend going left and jumping. If you do get it though, let's see if I can show off what happens. If you do get it, then it becomes, it makes the next section easier and skips another kind of hard jump. See if I can even do it. There we go. But yeah, if you do get through here, all you have to do is go right and then jump around here and then just jump up here. It saves time. And go to the Ghadius fight. But here you just do this, go through here. Then we have to do another trick. You need to jump to the right until you get on this third platform, and then you want to go back. But on the second platform, you want to kind of double back like that. The reason for that is because then you won't take damage here, and then you can actually do that. It's helpful to do that because it makes Ghadius an easier fight. But basically, this kind of triangle here, right here, you want to stand in the middle of it, like kind of right here. And then when this moo right here, this gold moo, lands on this platform, you want to jump once, then jump again and do the double jump. So basically, if you didn't see it, we are grabbing a falling moo and using that to double jump. So right there. And when Klonoa goes off screen, that's kind of the visual cue to actually do the jump. So when Klonoa goes off screen for that trick, that's the cue to go and do the grab. You can grab the one in the air. The timing is pretty difficult, so I recommend you just kind of learn this Another difficult part about this, another difficult part about this trick is actually sometimes getting up there. Sometimes you won't have enough momentum to get up there. Like that. So try not to delay it so much. Try not to like do that where you go too fast, or 'cause if you delay it, if you try and go too fast like that, it just won't work because you won't be using your momentum from the other double jump. So like that, then you just keep jumping up here, jump up the slopes, then into here. And yeah, definitely practice that skip a lot because it's really, really difficult. But now we're on to the Ghadius fight, which can be pretty difficult. But what you want to do is, for this first phase, you want to optimally get 7 hits. In order to do that, you need to get only 3 hits on the first line here. So this first line, I only want to get 3 hits, and then I want to hit all 4 in the next one, which is really hard. So, but yeah, that's what you want to strive for. And make sure with these guys, you want to be careful with these like blue falling orbs, because they can kind of destroy the moves. So here's the next line. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get all 4 of them, but that's a really unfortunate spawn. I can at least get 3 of them. And once you get that last hit in, you want to go into one of the portals, and then jump your way back in, and that skips the animation for this next phase. So for this phase, you just want to grab these guys, and hopefully your health is in a good spot to where you can just damage boost. And that's why you want to try and not take damage during that one spot. Yeah, this is kind of RNG, but hopefully you're able to get this quick. So, and after you get into like the final 2 hits, sometimes you just aren't able to grab them fast enough in order to skip the 3rd phase. So let's say you get these hits. Let's say I just didn't get that one. Then you go into the 3rd phase, which you have to watch this cutscene, sadly. Unless you got really lucky, then you don't. But now it's the triangle phase. Basically, you have to hit with the wind bullet one of these corners, and then after that, you just hit. But be careful when you're doing that, because they immediately will transform into portals, so it can mess you up. And yeah, you have to be pretty quick with grabbing them and throwing them. So yeah, just be wary of that. Yeah, and that's how you do that. And that's Ghadius 6-1 fight. And now we move on to Final Vision. So at the very beginning of this, you gotta skip this cutscene. And usually there will be like another transitional cutscene there. But since I don't have I'm not playing on like an actual speedrun file, I won't get that. But usually we'll get that. So first you want to just wait here until he spits out the enemy. And whichever way the enemy goes, which is right, you want to go right. And fill up the nearest cannon. Then you want to avoid that, and then it should hit all of them, and then you just want to start filling up cannons. And while you're doing this phase, this like attack will happen. This attack's really annoying, but after 4 of them, you can just kind of not have to do it. And then fill him up as fast as possible so he doesn't do the one attack again, which he's doing right now. And once you fill up all the cannons, you want to go to the opposite of the cannon that isn't filled, because that's where the Moo is going to be shot out. So yeah, go to the right, and as you can see, it's a lot closer to the final cannon, and hopefully you can fill the cannon before you have to do that again. So you just wait, and then once I get this out, but, well, gotta get that out before that happens. But then right there, that's like the split for first phase. You just have to wait. And then for the second phase, we're immediately going to go to the left and die, basically. This will skip having to wait for this will skip having to wait for these gems to spawn. So it's a little faster. If you do go to the right, what it's gonna do is it's gonna take less time for these gems to spawn. So if you go to the right, you can go to the right and it doesn't lose any time. It's pretty much the same if you go to the right. But do these in any order. I do the bottom left, top right, bottom right, and then top left. And you also gotta avoid this attack. Then once you hit the last one, you just want to return to the center. Then you have to wait again for the gem to spawn. And this one will be like moving around, but I'm gonna grab this guy, and then it's around there. I missed it, but kind of the middle. I'll wait for it to come back. So you just want to stay in the middle and then try and shoot it. Unfortunately, I'm not getting it here, but yeah. And then this one spawns, which is a lot harder to do. But around there, I threw it the wrong direction. But kind of around here, that area, it'll be in the perfect position to get it quickly. I'll show this one more time since I did that really poorly. So bottom left, top right, bottom right, and then top left. Back to center. Then we wait for this one to spawn. Then middle. Then that next one will spawn. Then right there. And then after that, you can skip this cutscene a little bit after the bridge breaks. So after this like platform break, so right there. That's when you can skip that cutscene. And now we have the next phase, which is the last phase. Now for this phase, you can either go like left or right, but it is pretty much always faster to go to the right if you're just doing an RTA run. Maybe in like an IL, it could be faster to go left, but it's better to just go to the right. Unless you're like a top runner, then maybe you can go to the left, but most of the time you want to be going to the right because it aligns you with the cycle of the cannons that are spinning below. It makes it a lot easier. See, pretty simple. Just do the double jumps and the cannons. See, this one. Just wait right here. And then on the rainbow attack, once there's only one of them left, you'll actually do 4 of the rainbows. And then I gotta wait, but got all the cannons loaded. And then this kind of blue ball right here, when this blue ball shatters the first frame that it shatters, that's when time ends. So now, and yeah, that is the whole tutorial for skips. This is a pretty much revised tutorial, as the last tutorial was not really that good. It was rushed and it had a lot of incorrect information, and a lot of levels I went into later on I did not go too in depth, which was a pretty big mistake. But yeah, this tutorial aims to be a lot better than the old one. A lot of fixed things. Hopefully this tutorial wasn't a lot better. I felt like I improved on a lot of things from my other tutorial. Hopefully more people can get into this game, because I feel like this game still has a lot of potential, especially for more glitches to be found. And I think it's a really fun speedrun. So yeah, thanks for watching.